Hello all again, all Life Path number 9s. This is your April reading for 2019. I'm still using the same spread, only the cards have changed, and I'm introducing two new different decks. So when I picked my cards, my pendulum asked me to use the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. April's going to be an interesting month, and I think we're using these cards as we need a little bit of power this month, and the archangels are right beside us, helping us through the month of April. Two new decks that I've recently got are the Dragon Oracle cards by Diane Cooper. I've always had a fascination with dragons. I collect them, and I felt like I needed to introduce oracle cards as not just tarot cards. I have quite a few tarot card decks, but I did this course with Diane Cooper, and I instantly connected with these cards. So that's the new deck, and we have one message from that deck, and the other deck for an extra message is the Akashic Tarot cards. So these ones I have, it's a new study that I've been doing into the Akashic Records. What are the Akashic Records? They are a record of all your lifetimes, whether you've been here, say you're a life path number 9, whether you've been here 9 times, or it's even your lifetime at the present moment. So I was rather interested in these cards. They are rather complex, so bear with me while I learn them. But I was eager to try them out for these readings in April. So I'm not going to go over too much with the new moon intention wish lists that you do on a new moon, and the full moon forgiveness and gratitude lists. If you need any more information on those, you can go back to one of my previous videos. At the beginning I always explain how to do them and where you can find the information about them. But I will give you a little bit more about the astrological things that are going on for the month of April. So we'll start off with the new moon on the 5th of April in the sign of Aries, which is squaring Saturn. Squaring means it's challenging. Saturn is a karmic planet, and when it's in a challenging position to a sign, it's basically a lot to do with your karma, all that sort of type thing coming up to be dealt with. So the April 2019 new moon brings opportunities for honour, wealth, promotions, good friends and business success. But first, any fears, self-doubt or pessimism must be overcome with patience, perseverance and hard work. So that's what this new moon in Aries is bringing up to be dealt with. Aries are the babies of the zodiac, and they are kind of fearless in moving ahead without any fears or pessimism or self-doubt, anything like that. They are quite fearless in how they proceed in life. We'll then go to the full moon on the 19th of April, again in the sign of Libra. If you can remember back to last month, we also had a new moon on the 21st, and it was in the sign of Libra. So it's pretty rare to have 2 consecutive months with a full moon in the same sign. So there's more balancing coming into effect with the Libra full moon again. Libra is opposite Uranus. This means your need for change, excitement or freedom could make you restless and impulsive. Unexpected events and unpredictable behaviour could add much tension to close relationships. This full moon also highlights relationship imbalances involving emotional support and love. Conscious awareness allows for an impartial and balanced look at all relationships or personal relationships. So that's what this Libra full moon is getting us to work on. Go a little bit into the numerology of the month. April is a 7 month, which means it's introspection. How do we arrive at the number 7 for April? April is the 4th month, which is added to the year number of 2019, which reduces down to a 7. So it's all about introspection, a lot of work on the inside before we can project out into the universe, or our plans out into the universe. We've had, actually today, the planet Mercury is stationing direct on the 28th, which is today when I'm doing this video. It's been retrograde for most of March, and it's going direct today on the 28th. So by even the first week of April, we still will feel the effects of Mercury retrograde, because it takes a wee while for, once a planet moves backwards, it stations direct, it takes a little while for that momentum to get going. So you'll still feel the effects of Mercury retrograde in the first week or so of April. We then go into some big heavy planets that are going retrograde. Now I know 2019 we're only at the start of it, but it's been quite a busy, intense year, even without planets going. We've had no planets other than Mercury going retrograde. So we're now into the retrograde season of some big hitting planets. So we'll start with the first one on the 10th of April. Jupiter goes retrograde. Now Jupiter's going retrograde for at least 60 days. That's an awful long time. Jupiter is the planet of abundance. It's a benefic planet. So if you've got anything to do, I would suggest you do it before the 10th of April, before this planet goes retrograde. If you need to get something out there or something done or something started, I would start before the 10th of April. So 10th of April, Jupiter goes retrograde. And then again, on the 24th, Pluto is also going retrograde. And on the 29th, Saturn is going retrograde. So there's 3 major planets there going retrograde. So I'm not going to go too much into what the retrogrades mean. You can ask Uncle Google if you like. Ask what Jupiter, Pluto and Saturn going retrograde means for you, or for the collective. We also start on the 20th, we're in Taurus season, so what that means is Taurians start their birthday season then. That'll be the cycle of Taurus. So I've also put on my page Sun, Moon, Tarot and Numerology. A fellow called, he does a weekly rundown of what's going up and what's happening on the planets in the sky. He's called the Leo King. He is a little bit over the top, and some of the language I apologise for, but he is actually, I quite like people that are to the point, say it as it is, and don't try and sort of make it what it's not, if you like. So you can have a look at that video when I post them. I post the weekly ones that he does. So that is the astrological part of it. And like I said, the new moon and wishing lists and attention kits, that all can be found at www.moontarot.com. moonology.com if you so choose to print them out and to work with the new and full moons. I'll go straight into the placements of the cards. I'm doing the same spread as I've been doing for the past few months. I will probably change the main spread next month. We'll do a Celtic cross maybe. But the placements of the cards, this is your past, your present, your future, your best path to follow, your environment, your hopes and fears, and your final outcome card. The card in the centre is the overall theme for the main reading. Every card in this spread pulls off of the centre card. At the end of your final outcome card, I will pull 3 additional cards that will clarify each row. At the end of the main reading, I will read from the book these 2 extra messages here from the Dragon Oracle card and the Akashic Records card. So, right, let's get underway. See what our first card is. It is the King of Ariel. That's that card there. So the King of Ariel, successful, stable, accomplished and powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. So that's your overall card for the main spread. So this is either you or a person that you know. 9 times out of 10 though, it is generally you or what you're heading into. Or the energies that you need for April. To be successful, stable, accomplished and powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. That's a very good card. We'll see what the other cards have to say around it. We'll go straight into your past card, which is coming from the end of March to the beginning of April. And this card has been coming up a lot. It is a good card. It is a Major Arcana card and it's called Change Your Life with Archangel Chamuel. It says down the bottom, a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination and embrace the opportunities that change brings. So if you can see in that card there, you've got Archangel Chamuel, I should say, sitting up here with a bird's eye view of what's going on. You can actually look up Archangel Chamuel to see what he brings to the table. Excuse me. I've done a lot of videos and my voice is getting a little bit hoarse, sorry. So I'm going to have to stop and have a drink every now and again. So this is a call for you to change your life. And none of us like that word change. We all like to be able to do our jobs and whatever at home with our hands tied behind our back. Not have to think too much. I'm just going to take a drink. But change is always inevitable. But you've got here, the first line here, it says a sudden revelation that offers freedom. You know, freedom's a really good thing. We all strive to have that little bit of freedom in our lives. Not to be tied to our desks, not to be tied to our jobs, not to be tied to our families and home or whatever. But there is opportunities for change coming. So it says, embrace the opportunities that change brings. So we'll go straight into your present card and see where we're going. And this says the 6 of Ariel. This card is usually the 6 of coins, I think, or the 6 of pentacles. And it depicts, you can see the Libra scales there. This is balancing out the harvest or balancing out coins. Excuse me. But I will read what it says at the bottom. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. So this is your present card. you may have been giving or you may have been receiving. The more you give, the more that you received is a very good one with this card. In the past, you may have given quite a lot, especially if you are, at the moment, the King of Ariel, which is, if you have a look in the card here, just here you can see like a treasure chest full of goodies, gold, coins, jewellery, all that sort of type thing. This is a well-to-do person, very well dressed, lavish sort of interior to a home. There's flowers and fruit, and you can see the fruit and everything on the table. The table's, has a good spread on it. This means that you're quite opulent sort of type thing, that the resources are there. But with this card, it's basically saying, material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. So there might be something coming into you, or you may be having to put out something for somebody else, such as it can be financial support for somebody, or it may be you that has the finances that you can support somebody else. There's kind of two sides to the coin there, if you like, because it is a coins card. But this is your present situation. Acts of kindness, giving and receiving with a grateful heart. So that's what it says on the card. So we'll keep going and we'll go to your future card to see where we're going. And it says the Two of Gabriel. It's that card there. Now, without me even reading the bottom here, this is about a business partnership. This can be any sort of relationship, but it's a mutual relationship, if you like, whether it's business, a business partnership, but you both share the same vision. Just read what it says at the bottom here. It says, make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. So there's a relationship, business relationship coming in your future. And this is telling you to grab it and make bold and ambitious choices with this relationship. It's kind of like a destined to be sort of type thing. With all relationships and partnerships, be it a love relationship or a business partnership, make sure that person does actually share your vision and that you're both on the same page. It's the only little bit of advice I give with this card. Make sure that if you've got a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan, that you both share that vision. That's your future card. So even going back to this middle card here, your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. Again, cautionary thing here, using resources wisely. So we'll go to your best path to follow, which is the Ace of Michael. So aces are always new beginnings. Michael is the sword suit, and we'll read what it says at the bottom. A wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. Like I said with this card here, make sure you're on the same page with everybody. Clear up communication problems. There will be a few bumps on the road, but as long as you're using your resources wisely, your material needs will get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. So it's a very good card to have in this position too, because that's telling you that's the best path to follow. That's a new beginning. I'm going to go even back to your first card here, your past card. Change your life. So this is just giving you the heads up that something in your life will be changing. So embrace the opportunity that change brings. New beginning, awesome. You couldn't get a better card, basically. But just know that, you know, don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. There's always bumps in the road. You either go around them, you go over them, or you go under them. But you're moving forward. Let's go to your environment card, and it's the King of Gabriel. So that's that card there. So it reads at the bottom, or I'll read this up here. King of Gabriel, generous, inspirational, dramatic and driven. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. So again, genuine concern for others. Going back to the Six of Ariel here. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. And make sure everybody is taken care of. But keep your eye on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. So this is your overall environment card, and so this is all leading to success. Yes, there might be a few bumps in the road to begin with, but even that card says, you know, a wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. And this is another card saying that, you know, keeping your eye on the big picture. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. So it's not about putting others first, but you do need to take them into consideration. So keep your eye on the big picture. Like I said, 5-year plan, 3-year plan, year plan, 6 months, whatever your plan is. Go into your hopes and fears card, and it's the Six of Michael. So depicted on this card is Archangel Michael and a little dog in this boat flying up in the air. Behind them is storm clouds and thunder and lightning and all the rubbish, basically. Turbulence, turmoil. But it's all in the past, because what's happening in this card is they're coming into the clear sky here. They're leaving all that rubbish behind there, even all the big jagged rocks down here. They're well over the top of it, and they're coming into clear water here, or into a clear future. So I will read what it says at the bottom. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. So this generally in the normal tarot is the Six of Swords card. If you know the other tarot cards, the normal tarot cards, there are 6 swords in a boat, and this person leaving the shore, rowing out into the sea sort of type thing to clear water. But the only thing with this card is that you still have those 6 swords in this boat. When I read the cards, I always say with this card, it's your job to leave those 6 swords in the past, because you've got a bright, clear future here. If you take those 6 swords into the future, if you don't deal with them, acknowledge them, and leave them in the past, they will hinder your progress into the future. And this could be some of the bumps on the road. This being in your hopes and fears position, it's just a little bit of extra on this card. It could be a hope and it could be a fear sort of type thing, that this clearer water here, and this clearer skies, don't bring those 6 swords. Leave them in the past, acknowledge them. Thank them for their experience or how do I say that? For being part of your life, but leave them in the past, because you're coming into very, very clear water and skies here, and there is no turbulence. So, but like it says, this clear skies here is the light at the end of the tunnel. So you might have been going through a little bit of bumpy stuff in the past, but it's in the past. And it has to stay there. We all have to start living in the present moment, with none of this baggage coming with us. So I'm going to go now to your final outcome card, and we have the Seven of Michael. I know this card very well. It's been coming up a lot on these readings, even in some personal readings that I've done lately. So if you can see that card there, we have a young person here, or a person here. It doesn't have to be young, and they're going down a track that is all dark and cloudy, and you can't see 2 feet in front of your face. This side of the card, there is another track here, and Archangel Michael is actually pointing to the lighter side, and he's telling you to change directions. It's like a crossroads. You've come to a crossroads, and it's lit up like a Christmas tree, basically. There is a clear path down here, bright blue skies, and I think even right down in the far distance you can actually see a home or a house or a town, whatever you want to call it. You can even see down as far as the distance or into the future if you like. So the choice is yours, whether you want to stay down this dark path or whether you want to actually open your eyes to where Archangel Michael is pointing here, showing you the way forward. And that is your final outcome card. I will read what it says at the bottom. There is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all details. Working alone may not be the best answer for you. There is a partnership coming up here, a relationship, partnership, whatever you want to call it. But working alone is no longer, as it says, it's in your best interest to go into a partnership with somebody. Even your final outcome card is giving you that as a heads up. There is a better course there is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all details. Again, dot your I's, cross your T's. That may be also connected to this card, a few bumps in the road. You might not have reviewed all the details properly. But yeah, we'll pull out. It's a good time to pull our 3 clarifying cards. And I have 3 clarifying cards, please. Seven of Michael. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm talking to my team of guides and light workers. And we have the Queen of Raphael for your first clarifying card. That was pretty quick. We have a Major Arcana card, which is called Perspective. And another one, the Two of Ariel. So, first card clarifies this row, the second clarifies this row, and the third clarifies this row. So we'll start with the first one we pulled, which is the Queen of Raphael, if I could speak properly today. And it says, kind, understanding, giving, and psychic. Follow your heart. The love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. So that's that card in a nutshell. Change your life, Seven of Michael, a better course of action. So this card's basically telling you to follow your heart. Sometimes you have to take logic out of a situation, not listen to people around you. You know in yourself what is the best thing for you to do and what isn't the best thing to do for you. I love home and family. Remember, these are general readings. Love of home and family, you could have, your home and family is fine. We're now sort of, what I can see in the whole cards is that you're working on career here. But you know, or you will know once you've seen this reading, what that Queen of Raphael is about, because to me that's telling me, your home and family's fine, but just follow your heart and trustworthy psychic information. That could mean anything. That could be the epiphanies that you have, the gut feelings that you have. It could be watching this video or watching somebody else's video. There are a lot of scenarios with that card, but we'll move on to your second clarifying card, which is a Major Arcana card, and it's called Perspective, and it's a number 12, and it's with Archangel Chamuel. There is a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. So, and that's that card there. This card here is actually, I think it's the Hangman in the normal tarot deck. This Archangel Chamuel here is hanging upside down, so he has a different perspective on the world or on the situation. So this card here is actually telling you, for this row here, to pause for reflection and insight and dare to be different. There is a better way, and the only way that you may come across this better way is to pause for reflection. So it's telling you not to hurry into decisions. But it is the light at the end of the tunnel. Daring to be different. A lot of things are changing in this world, especially with planets retrograde and everything else this month. Having a little bit of patience and pausing for reflection and insight is probably one of the best things that you can do this month. That's my insight on that card for the spread. It's just one of those things that you've got to deal with the past. You've got to see this new road that's coming up. You're at a new beginning. You've got a new partnership here coming. But definitely, you're changing your life. You need a new perspective on life. These are all, everything's changing sort of type thing. And sometimes when you pause for reflection and insight, you just might hear the whispers of your own soul, if you like, telling you what to do and how to, what feels right, what doesn't feel right for you. But at the end of the day, we all have choices to make in life. But what I can see here, that, it's a pretty good outcome. There's success, a few bumps in the road, but, the success is coming. We'll go now to your final card here, which is the Two of Ariel. It's that card there. Again, he's upside down. And it says down the bottom, it's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. So I think somewhere along the line, things will start to get busy. This is having a lot to do. This is like the Two of Coins. It's like a juggling act. It's important to have balance, though. Excuse me. And if you can see in this card here, he's got two what looks like yin and yang balls, and he's balancing them while he's upside down standing on one hand. So that's what you may feel like during the month of April, and so you're balancing a lot of things, making a hard job look easy when we know it's not. But it's important to have fun. Making work fun makes life and the world go round. If you're not having fun, you're in the wrong job. Anyway. But yeah, it's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. So that's just a little bit more on this row here. You've got a new beginning, make it fun. It is important to have balance, but it will feel like and it could be like working multiple jobs or projects at once. So with that card being there as well, just make sure you look after yourself. Put yourself very near the top of your to-do list. Take that time out to rest and recover. Sometimes when we've got a lot to do, that's when the bumps come in the road, because we're not actually doing that great a job because we're tired, run down, exhausted. So take that time out when you can, and if you can. So I'm going to leave that reading there, and I'm going to go and, if I can find the books, we'll go and see what your Dragon Oracle card has to say. And this one here is the Omega Dragon. And it says, harness the divine feminine power of creation. Intention, hold your vision, birth the higher consciousness. So that's that card there, and I will read it out of the book. I'm just going to place that down so I can find it in the book. There we go. I will hold it up so you can have a look at it. Hopefully there's no light on that card. So Omega Dragon, harness the divine feminine power of creation. Intention, hold your vision, birth the higher consciousness. So I'm going to read about this dragon and then I'll give you the guidance on it. Ninth dimensional Omega Dragons carry the divine feminine vibration of I can't even say that word. It says Shekinah, the universal energy that created our world. Shekinah is the feminine counterpart of Archangel Metatron, higher light, and represents pure creative vision. These powerful beings are assisting the birth of higher consciousness on the earth. Collectively, they hold the vision for the new golden age, and this will enable us to achieve the intention set by Lady Gaga for the evolution of the planet. Or Lady Gaia, sorry. Lady Gaga on my brain. It's Lady Gaia. For the evolution of the planet. This beautiful silver white dragon will also help us hold a personal vision for the highest good. Every wish starts with a thought that is translated into a picture. These dragons can see into our minds and will hold our vision with us. So the guidance on this card is, with an Omega Dragon, when the Omega Dragon comes to you, it is time to give birth to a special new project, pathway, or aspect of yourself that has remained hidden. Call upon these dragons to fill you with the power of divine feminine. This will enable you to hold your vision and bring it to fruition in a wise, balanced and harmonious way. There again, that balance word. Most important of all, ask the Omega Dragon to look into the greatest desires of your soul and hold the vision of bringing it to manifestation. This dragon can be any shape or size, so just still your mind and give them permission to merge with your energy. Ask them to soften your path and the paths of all who hold the vision of a new golden age. So it's a pretty powerful dragon, actually. These are special dragons. We've got air dragons and fire dragons and all sorts of things and blue dragons, but this is one of the most powerful, the Omega Dragon. So you have a vision, and all those who hold the vision with you, call on the Omega Dragon to help you hold that vision. I know I didn't read it very well out of that book. Like I said, these are new cards to me, and it's going to take a little bit of learning. But even if you want to reverse the video a little bit and go over it again, because there's a line in there that you'll pick up and it'll hit a chord with you. So we'll go now into your Akashic Record cards, and we got the 8 of Roses, and it says community. Okay, so I'm just going to put that down while I find it in the book. Okay, and I will hold it up. These cards are, there's a lot of symbols and stuff in these cards. If you can have a look at the card as I'm reading it out of the book. Hopefully there's no glare on it. So community upright. Inside a room, people are seated around a table, conversating with interest and energy. There are many icons from different groups and societies. A sunflower, a Tibetan bell, an Egyptian scribe, a dream catcher, and the Star of David are just a few. So if you can have a look in that picture and see whether you can see them or not. This card indicates that it's time to join or rejoin your group, your ashram, your tribe, or your community. Whatever you call it. It is a community that connects you with others of like-minded purpose and activity. There are many communities in each person's life, and still more that return from the past, from past lives. For instance, you have your family, friends, and work associates, but you also have the people for whom you share many creative, cultural, or spiritual purposes. New friends can also be coming your way at this time. Be open to new connections. You will not only find help with current directives, but you may also reawaken past life relationships, talents, and disciplines. It's time for a happy sharing of your discoveries. So that fifth card, it's amazing how these cards all fit in together. Even in this card, it says that there are people coming into your life. Again, partnerships, relationships, whichever you want to call it, new beginnings. Self-explanatory, that card. Now, like I said, you can rewind it and go over me reading it out of the book, just to get a better handle on those 2 cards there. So that's it for your reading for April. I'm going to leave it there. If you need any more help or would like me to work with your own energies, you can always contact me at my page, Sun, Moon, Tarot and Numerology, or get hold of me through my website, which is sunmoontarot.co.nz. But until then, I wish you a Omega Dragon April, and I hope it turns out wonderfully for you. Your new beginning, your juggling act, your new path in life, and leaving that past behind. So until we talk again, have a great April.